6 years after fighting ended, the conflict is finally put to rest. On this day in history, October 24th, 1951, President Harry S. Truman, in a proclamation, declares that the United States war against Germany, which had been going on for a decade since 1941, is finally over. Although fighting with the Germans had ended in the spring of 1945, a treaty with Germany was never signed. Because the major powers, the United States, Britain, France, and the Soviet Union, decided to split the German state into two, including the capital city of Berlin after the war, the treaty process became very complicated. With Berlin divided into East and West, West Berlin was controlled by the Western Allies and followed more democratic policies. East Berlin was under Soviet occupation and had communist ideologies. The Soviet policy, in the words of President Truman, had made it impossible to create a treaty of peace with the government of a united and free Germany. To compound the added stress, both sides of Berlin were in the Soviet-controlled portion of East Germany, so the capital city became an epicenter of tension between the Western Allies and the Soviet Union. Both claiming that the other had violated post-war treaties, the conflict came to a breaking point in June 1948 when Joseph Stalin ordered a blockade of the city. Because Truman did not want to abandon the city of Berlin to the Soviets, he ordered an airlift to supply the West with food and fuel. But the treaty process was put on hold until the Western Allies could agree on what to do with Berlin. Eventually, on October 24th, and after a Soviet atomic weapons test which added to the tension, President Truman decided that the war against Germany would be over and that the United States would work towards a peaceful resolution.